Welcome. I'm Tim Fortescue, an IFS trained practitioner, specializing in spiritual growth and healing. And I work with folks who some have experienced religious trauma, some just are seeking an ally and guidance, life in general. And I am grateful for this community and want you to know that I am here to support however it makes sense, and that I am grateful to be here. As you're chiming on, if you can let me know where you're joining from. Always curious to know and see where people are joining from. And so if you have a minute and could just chime in and do that, that'd be great. If you're watching a recording, know that I do continue tracking with the chat, and will also be tracking with the recording and the chat. So go ahead and comment if you have questions throughout our time, and I'd be grateful to engage with you there. You can find out more about me on my website, faithfullygrowing.com, and you can also sign up for a list of 25 IFS meditations that have been the most popular that I have done here on YouTube, and would love for you to have access to those if you don't already have access to them. Okay, I think that is it for comments. And so let me get into our content for just a bit. And some of you on the channel may know Derek Scott and just the influence that he has had on the IFS community. Well, I found out yesterday Derek passed away from cancer on Sunday, and it's been just a big blow to me and my parts, and those that have been influenced so much for him or by him. And so just want to take a moment of gratitude to pause for those parts in me, and that are just so grateful for the influence that he has had on my life. And if it makes sense as we go throughout our time today, be aware of those parts that may be grieving, may have some sadness, if we can offer them some compassion and grace. And in his goodbye video that you can find here on YouTube, if you're curious, it's about just the power of collective unburdening. As a community or a society, when our parts come together, or when we come together in a community like this, a meditation like this, it gives an opportunity for us to check in with our parts, to allow for that spaciousness and unburden, but it also gives us a sense of being with a broader community and letting some of those burdens that we never were, that they can go, and we can help them dissipate in community. And so keep that in mind today too. Just the power of collective unburdening, and to helping not only us and our own inner parts heal, have a voice, and feel better, but also that we have an opportunity as a society to take this beauty of this belovedness, self-energy to the world. And my hope, along with what Derek mentioned in his video, is that we can all collectively unburden more and more together. And this is giving me an opportunity to do that in community, and hopefully for you too. So let's just pause for a bit and check in with our parts. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to lead us in a meditation, help us go inward, get a pulse of our parts, what's coming up. Then I'm going to read a poem that has been impactful for me and helpful for me in my parts during this time. Hope it is for you, and just see how it lands with you. But let's just spend a minute just checking in together. And so just pause and settle into where you are. You can close your eyes if you'd like, but if that's uncomfortable, you can simply just let your gaze rest softly in front of you. And as you settle in, just notice those thoughts, feelings, actions, impulses that are coming up, or those parts. Maybe they're deep held beliefs. There's grief and sadness, seeking to understand. Just welcome whatever's coming up, those parts. Just see if they could give you a little space. To get them to go away by any means, because they bring gifts. They belong. They make us whole. See if they could give some space so we could get a different perspective and maybe look at our parts. And it may give them an opportunity to look at us and just see what you notice as you're able to maybe gain a little different perspective. Some parts may need more distance than others, or may be quick to give some space. Some may struggle with that a little more, and just let them know that if we have some space, that's where relationship happens with them, with us. And we want that relationship with our parts. Just see if you could send your parts just an ounce or two, or maybe more of curiosity, compassion. Sense of connecting. Just notice their courage. Make sure they notice that. See if they know that that courage is a gift. Now I'm going to read this poem by Mary Oliver, and let your parts know some of them may not be into poems. They may want to give some more space or go where they can't hear, or some may be anticipating this, but let them know there's no right or wrong. They're free to do what they need to do, but see how your parts respond to this. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself in which I have goodness and discernment. And never hurry through the world. But walk slowly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches. And they call again. "It's simple," they say. And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine. Just see if your system can take that in and how it responds. Make sure your parts know that they're beloved. They're gifts. But they are not their burdens. And you are not who they may think that you are. You're an adult human being who is capable. And you have that light within, that belovedness that's somehow ageless, that is with us to guide to. And we've got those who've gone before us, who are cheering us on, or with us. So just take another minute or so with your inner world. See if there's anything else. Just thank all of your parts for their courage and as much or as little as they shared. And let them know this doesn't have to be the last time. It may have been a while since you've noticed some of these parts, but they're welcome and you can do this again if it feels right for you and they'd like that, and let them know when you can do it. And then when it feels complete, for now, you can just begin coming back to the present moment. You can open your eyes if they were closed. You can continue about your life. It's a gift, and I'm grateful to share it with you. And I'm grateful for the life of Derek, and just for the impact that he's had on me and so many. So thanks so much for joining. I'll hang around for a bit if you have questions or comments. And again, if you're watching the recording, know that I'll track with those comments too. But so grateful for this community. I do this each week, same time on Tuesdays. And so join me next week if you can. But thanks so much. I'll hang around for just a few more seconds to see if there are comments or questions. Yes, thank you again. And feel free to reach out anytime if I can be helpful via email. Also, Tim at faithfullygrowing gmail.com. But grateful for this community. Thanks for the thumbs up, and take good care of yourself. Stay curious and know that you're enough. I'm going to let myself know that I'm enough, that we're beloved. All right, take care.